over it.
Okay.
Well, hello. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the top activities to do with kids in Cairns, Australia. We are a family from the United States, and we stayed in Cairns for about 5 weeks. We experienced a lot of different things. Number one, this is a paid activity, but definitely worth the time, and that is the Cairns Aquarium. Cairns Aquarium is right in the middle of the city. You can walk to it easily from everywhere, and it's not super expensive. I think it was $58 AUD. For general admission price, and little kids get in for free. You get to see all sorts of sea life, different creatures that you would see like in the Great Barrier Reef area, because Cairns is right next to the Great Barrier Reef. But if you have a toddler like we did, you're not going to be able to go to the Great Barrier Reef and do snorkeling and all that. So this is a good way to get exposure to that type of sea life without actually going to the reef. Definitely recommend it for really young kids. Older kids would enjoy it too, though. She's really into the sea biology and marine life, so she could probably speak to that more.
Well, and it takes about, I'd say like an hour to 2 hours, depending on how slow you are or fast looking at everything. So it's a nice like break in the day when it's really hot.
Well, the weather is completely different from when we first got here. It is so hot and humid now. He's got his Tommy Bahama old man shirt on. He looks like a vacationer.
That's a good point. Like when it gets super, super hot and muggy in Cairns, it's a really good escape during the day. You can go there at noon, kill a couple hours, come back out, go swimming in the lagoon. More on that later. The next thing on our list is a little bit outside of Cairns, but still pretty close. And that is going up into Kuranda, which is kind of a rainforest type town up in the hills above Cairns. You can drive there. We did that. We drove. Next time we go, we will take the cableway and the sky rail, because that is the most beautiful way to go. You can take the cableway. It's like an aerial tram that goes up into the mountains, and then you can take the sky rail, which is a train that goes down through the rainforest between Cairns and Kuranda. That's a really good way to get there. And it'd be a great thing to do with a kid. To experience the amazing views and that whole thing. Kuranda itself is a very small town, so you can do it within a half day. We were there maybe a half a day. They have an old town area with your trinket shops and some restaurants, and then across the way they have a butterfly sanctuary, and not really a zoo, but kind of a small version of a zoo where they have koalas. You can feed the marsupials and
The wallabies.
Sorry, yeah, that's what it is. I was like, I knew it was one of those native animal names.
They have crocodiles in there you can see in like the water.
Yeah, it's like a zoo, but it's a small zoo.
Yeah.
I think it was 18 AUD or 20 AUD to get in. But yeah, you can walk around and experience all that. So we did that before we went to the Australia Zoo, so that was a little bit of a warm up to that. Yeah, you get to feed the animals and interact, so it's really fun. And Kuranda, again, it's maybe a 40-minute drive. If you took the sky rail and cableway, it'll take you probably a little more time just because those move pretty slowly. But if you're going to do that, that's more about the experience of getting there and back. We drove there, and so we got there more quickly, but yeah, it wasn't as unique as that would have been.
We also went on like a super rainy day, which I wouldn't really recommend because you can't walk outside as enjoyable. And plus the butterflies weren't out the day that we went, so we weren't able to go into that. They also have like a little playground there, which we took cover some of it.
And you can also venture further in. You can drive past Kuranda into the Tablelands. They call it the Tablelands area, and you get to see a lot of beautiful landscapes. Kind of a cool place. If you're looking for a drive, you can go up through Kuranda, drive through there, and then come back down. The next fun activity to do with kids while you're in the area is another paid activity, Hartley's Crocodiles. This is something else we did not do, but we got it recommended by several people, including many locals who said you got to do it. We ran out of time, but we'll do it next time. It's a little bit similar to what we were saying with the koalas. It's like a zoo, essentially. It's a kind of a sanctuary. It's where you go in and you get to interact with the crocodiles.
I think they have other animals too.
They do. They do. Yeah.
And you can buy like a pass, I believe, and then you can go to like some other, I think it was like a package where you could do other locations.
Yeah, they also have a breakfast package where you get to eat breakfast with koalas watching you, trying to get your food.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that goes, but
Well, they have that at the aquarium too. You get like dinner under the dome where the fish are
that's right.
or next to all the fish and do that.
Hartley's Crocodiles is a little bit outside of town, kind of on your way to Port Douglas. So you go north past Yorkie's Knob and you'll see it. It's just to the left of the highway when you're heading up north there. So it could be a good thing to do the first part of the day and then you continue up to Port Douglas. That leads us to the next item on the list, which is Port Douglas itself. It's a great day trip, about an hour drive from Cairns, and there's a lot to do for adults and kids.
I mean, they have like restaurants. The day that we went, they had a farmer's market right next to the water. And it's like they have a little park there, and then you could spend an afternoon at the beach.
I think the farmer's market runs every Sunday, but a really good place for little kids to run around. Unlike Cairns, where you don't really have a beach there. In Port Douglas, you have more of the beach atmosphere. I think there's that stretch of beach called 3 Mile Beach. I might have the number wrong. Is it 3 Mile Beach, 5 Mile Beach, 7 Mile Beach, something like that, 6 Mile Beach? One of those might be correct. It's a whole stretch of beach where you can run around. And so it's just better for that kind of ocean beach environment.
Next time we'll have to check out like where the ships, take off and everything. Like that's probably a good place to go and explore too. I'm sure they have a park or, you can run along the beach there too.
It's a good jumping off point to go to the Great Barrier Reef. So another thing to do with kids in Cairns along those lines, take a boat from Cairns City to Fitzroy Island or Green Island. This is a great thing to do with slightly older kids, but you can take boats to those islands and you can explore the islands. There's native wildlife on those islands. So you can do a very quick day trip over there from Cairns City. Not super expensive. It's really good for just exploring the nature on those islands. That's another thing that we were highly recommended to do. But if you have really little kids, it's tougher. The next thing to do is Muddy's Playground. So we did Muddy's Playground almost daily. They have a cafe next to it. Great coffees, lunch, even dinner service. Like we went there dinner time and there was music going and it was packed. There's people eating.
Also had really good breakfast. We had waffles with ice cream on top. Like I've never had that before.
The nice thing about it is the playground is right next to the cafe. So you could sit on the outside of the cafe right there on the edge and you can watch your child play on the playground. So you're right there. It's on the water, like on the coast there. You can be there all day. They open at 7 a.m. or something. Along those lines, you go to the other end of town. Next on our list is the playground next to Hemingway's Brewery. It's kind of next to Hemingway's, and then there's a little cafe across from this playground. It's a big jungle gym structure, and it's a great place for your little ones to let out steam and get their exercise in. But just another kind of playground thing that we enjoyed quite a bit. It's nice because you have a playground on either end of the Esplanade. Basically, you have one over by Muddy's and you have one over by the Hemingway side. So it gives you options depending on where you're located. That brings us to probably our favorite activity to do in Cairns for kids or adults or anyone, the lagoon. The Cairns Lagoon is the greatest thing known to man. It is a free watering hole, like a free swimming pool in the middle of the city. Clean, beautiful water. It's pretty warm, not too warm, but just perfect temperature. It has all different depths. So you can go if you go towards the edge, it's a little deeper, but you can also go to the other side of it, and it's built for kids. It's like 2 feet deep.
Yeah. So it slopes down.
Yeah. And there's a sand section on the other side. It's a beach feel. So you'll see people out there sunbathing, in the sand, and then they can go into the lagoon. There's cafes right there. There's a cafe run by a really friendly South African lady right across the way. I think she's South African. Maybe she'll see this and comment. And then there's also restaurants, kind of the main Cairns restaurants are right there as well. So you could go in and then you could go change. They have locker rooms and then go out to the restaurant. It's like your own private swimming pool, but it's free. Yeah. It opens at 6 a.m. and it's open till 9 p.m. I think. Yeah. So any time of day you can go. It's going to be busiest around probably mid-afternoon or so, late afternoon. But if you go early in the day, it's pretty empty. If you like swimming, go there at 7 a.m. and you'll have the whole thing to yourself. You can do laps. They also have free Zumba classes there as well, which we stumbled on. You might have seen in one of our videos. They had a whole Christmas-themed Zumba class where they played all these remixes of pop songs that in a Zumba style. So We had quite a kick out of that.
There's like a seat that goes like all the way around so you can have a place to sit. You don't have to be standing the entire time. And it's like perfect height too for like little kids because they can stand on it.
No, it's really built for all ages. You can have babies, you can older kids, adults, older adults. I mean, everybody uses the lagoon.
Yeah.
And it coming from the US, where we just the thought of a public swimming pool kind of makes you want to take a shower immediately because it'd be just disgusting and gross. Going there and seeing what that's like is just it's like heaven. It's the greatest thing ever. I've hyped up the lagoon to many people and I will continue to do so. But also don't tell too many people because we don't want it to be overcrowded. The next thing on the list, something that you found while we were there that our child had a great time doing, and it's a thing called messy play.
Yeah, so it's basically just like a kids, get together group where they did a bunch of different activities and, there was different stations where they could get messy and like feel different textures and they can get like in the stuff and like roll around in it. But it's good for like 6-month-olds to about like 4. I think those are probably the ages there, mostly around like 2 probably, but they had like water features, they had like a mud kitchen, you could do Play-Doh and then do like painting, and then like the instructor, she made different concoctions. So it's in Red Lynch, which is like a 20-minute drive from Cairns. It's run by Courtney, who she's the one in charge of it. It's at her house and it's called Sensory Play.
We'll put a link here to the website. You can check it out.
She does classes like all year long, I think. She takes like certain breaks, but she also sells different things on her website. I've even purchased some things to bring home so that we can recreate them here.
If you go on the website, it's an e-commerce platform, so there's stuff you can buy right on the website and get it shipped. It's a really great little business there in Red Lynch, small town just outside of Cairns. So if you have a little one, toddler age, check it out. Our toddler enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, it was about like 25 AUD, which wasn't too bad.
Per session.
We did it like maybe 4 times or so last year. I'd like to do it next year too, but we'll see.
That's pretty much it as far as our personal list goes of the best activities to do. If you're a parent in Cairns and you're looking for something to do with your little kid, one honorable mention would be go to a Cairns Taipans game. It is a really fun experience for everyone. The kids love it. They get the jerseys on, they're dancing around. It's the local basketball team there in Cairns.
Yeah.
If you go during season, it's really fun.
The locals really get into it.
Really get into it.
And I'd also say, like, if there was anything we're missing or that we should see next time, you can comment below.
Thank you. Like and subscribe and comment, please. Let us know, because you guys have given us some great feedback already and great ideas for the future. So keep it coming. Let us know if there's anything we're missing or anything else. We're going to have more stuff on Brisbane and Sydney and the other areas that we visited as well. But if you're ever up in Cairns, it's a very small town up there. Check out some of those activities. It's not really in Cairns, but I just thought of in Palm Cove, there's that little playground too. But that's a whole different place. That's Palm Cove. So maybe we won't include that. It's okay.
Well, are you going to talk about Palm Cove?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll segment it out like that. Thanks for watching.
See you next time.